When we entered into last year, we had less than a handful of veteran players coming into the year, so for us to advance that far and then get that experience, I think bodes well for us, not only last year in the experience and how close we were, but more importantly moving forward, returning so many players this year. As we go into year 2 with me with the program, we're excited about adding the experience factor to the amount of talent and skill we have in our locker room. I think what I learned most was the accountability as a coach, both to your players, your fellow staff, and the organization. And what I mean by that is each day, if you're not prepared to have a good practice, have a good meeting, have a video session, you will lose. The league isn't porous enough to allow people like that to get by. You have to be on point, you have to be on your game every day, and if you're not, ultimately your team will fail and the organization will not succeed to the fullest of its potential. I think you have to talk about our veteran players because they were so important to us last year, and I think moving forward it'll be a huge year for them and our organization, and they're going to be at the head of it. Ryan Wheeler, a defenseman for us, comes back as a 20-year-old player, led our team in scoring from the blue line last year. I think he's poised to have a monster year as a 20-year-old uncommitted player. Ryan put a lot of work in the offseason. He looked great at main camp, and we're excited for him to lead our blue line. Another veteran returning defenseman is Danny Weaver, who's a longtime veteran of the league. Unfortunately, he had a season cut short last year due to an injury, but he'll return as our captain this year, and we expect big things from him both on and off the ice with our dressing room. He just knows how to play the game the right way and hold his peers accountable, which I think is a mark of a true hockey player at this time. Up front, Nick Boyajian's a Sacred Heart committed player who will return to us for his second year of junior hockey. Nick had a great year last year for us. Was a little bit snake bitten, hit the post quite a bit, but I think this year he's poised to have a monster offensive year. And we just have so many new, fresh, young players coming into our team this year that I think are going to help push our team to the next level. The job of junior hockey, I believe, is to put kids into college hockey and help them find the right fit, whether it's at the Division I or Division III level. For our program, while winning is definitely a point of emphasis for us, I think the real point of emphasis and focus for our staff is player development and player exposure. We're going to make sure that we push out players to every school as much as possible by helping out players and getting the college's coaches out there to watch them and ultimately market them to those programs, and then help the players identify what school and program meets their needs most academically and athletically. I think when you look at our team, we have to talk about our ability to compete more consistently. I thought there was times last year where we showed where we could be one of the best teams in the league, and I thought there was other days where, quite frankly, we just weren't cut out to be a very good hockey club. I think having more returning veteran players will help now. They've been through it. They know what it's like to go through the grind of a full professional-like season. And ultimately, they've gotten the sting of losing together. And I think having that core come back this year and drive and lead the rookies and some of the new players we're going to add to the mix will ultimately help push us over the top.